Hello, you guys. How are you? It's so good to see you. Oh my gosh, I'm out here in Denver and it's a beautiful day, but it's super, super hot. Hi, Norway. I just had a client who lives in Norway. Yeah, I've had a few. Welcome. Yeah, you guys. So we're going to take a look at air. I have a couple things to move around, so I might just chat for a second while I'm setting everything up. Hi, how are you? I'm really glad you guys are here. 2019 really kicked me in the butt, and it kind of hit, during portion of 2019, and then it trickled into 2020. So it's really challenging, to try and work on healing your spiritual body, your physical body while you're working with other people, working your job, your family, all of this. And it's like, wow, look at what we've been through. Each and every one of us in some area of our life were affected by everything that has taken place on a spiritual level and definitely in the humanistic world, right? So, welcome to those of you who are new. My name is Lorianne. I have a business called Ascending Souls Journey, and I help people walk through their ascension process. I have a degree in metaphysical behavioral science, which is the study of spirituality, scientific, and humanistic intersection, and how we interconnect with each other. And right now, the age of Aquarius is about those three in alignment. So we truly, truly are starting a new age of air. Now it's really weird. I just noticed that I'm holding these. I think you guys probably want to hear some love today because I don't normally even have these in my hand lately. So many people have been not wanting love. But if you remember in my readings over the last few months, I've stated that between June and I mean, this summer, between the month of June all the way through the end of September, we are all reconnecting. It's like spring fever. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what time of day you are watching this. It is like spring fever over the next 4 months. People are going to reconnect. Families are going to reconnect. It doesn't mean the person that hurt you is going to come back and hurt you, but it will be an absolute test, truly a test for a lot of us. And I don't mean just spiritually, I mean in the human world too. So yeah, excuse me. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Aqua, Andrea. Hello. You need a breakthrough. Yes, and it's coming. That's right. If I can make it here, I can make it anywhere. And I love that song. It's so cool that you put that on there because my younger daughter fell in love with him and all of his music, and she was like 12. You know what I mean? It was like she's a very old soul. She's also somebody who knows how to use the energy like what I use. Hi, how are you? She uses her energy. And at one point, I mean, she's very good at knowing how to make her body do different things. It's like, it's crazy how deep you can go with energy. It really is. So, you guys, we're going to take a look at air, the element of air. And that encompasses the zodiac signs of Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And I only picked that sign because Gemini babies, it's your birthday month. And I just kind of threw that out there. I try to find different topics that's going to, capture a lot of you where it's different, not the same thing. But when we're looking at the zodiac signs, you know, all three of those signs, if you've ever met an air sign, they're very good at communicating. Boy, can they talk. It doesn't mean they talk trash, although they can. But I'm looking at a healthy individual air sign of any kind. So all three of those zodiac signs like to communicate through conversation. They're very intellectual and they create and they get in their head a lot. So anybody who embraces the energy of air, you may find yourself in, I don't mean a daydreamy stage like a Pisces, although it could be similar, like if you're an Aqua, because you're real close to Pisces right there, right? So you can see in this one sentence how the two kind of can merge in right there, the Pisces and the Aqua. So when we're looking at these beautiful elements of communication, they take the intellect, air signs they create in their head. In order to create, you have to see above, you have to go beyond what's right in front of you. And that's what I talk to a lot of you about, right? The journey of transformation, whether it's on a spiritual level, a human level, we are all changing right now, each and every one of us. So air signs can take this conversation and they have a way, all three of them can come in and they can make this aura, they can cast out energy that makes the person that's sitting there next to him feel comfortable to communicate with them. Now, that doesn't happen for all air signs, but when an air sign is in a high vibrational state, it does happen. People will come and talk. If you are an old soul, that will help in as well. But because air communicates like that directly to source, that's what I mean. That's what I'm doing, directly to source. They have that kind of like a direct line. Each zodiac specializes in a certain area that makes them very unique in who they are as a human being, but on a soul's evolutional sense. So we came into this in the age of Aquarius, right? And this is why we're here. If we're an Aquarius. I'm Aqua, by the way. So when we're looking at the beautiful signs, they really do have this sweet ability to just let things roll off the tongue and everything just makes sense. And when they're in the low vibration, watch out because they will cut you with their words, right? So they're about communication. Where when we're looking at the other elements, they all have, Pentacles is about security, Earth, it's about feeling grounded and safe. Air is about floating, it's about ideas, expansion. Air signs typically, and they're attracted and they're very good at numbers, especially Aquarians. They're very good at numbers. They just like, they have photographic memories. They remember things. They are very good with internet communication, any of the airwaves, anything to do with airwaves, except me. Like, except my SEOs and everything. I'm trying so hard to get it all. It's just like I'm so tired from working with clients, and this. So it's like my brain is going, But typically they are, right? Aqua babies, you are on their screen. I'm sure, I think I saw a Libra on there. Excuse me. Well, hello, London. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Tiffany. Hello, brothers, sisters. All right, you guys, this is wonderful. I love when you communicate. See, that's what this channel really is. It's an opportunity for you to begin to open your throat chakra. You see, air is symbolically the color of blue, and blue is the throat chakra. The throat chakra is about communication, right? So you can see how they start to interconnect. And when you really look at everything all in a package, it's like, whoa, it really does make sense. Now we can start bringing in astrology, astronomy, the stars, the placements, and all of that. And that's equally going to be a combined bonus. So it's as a healer, just as a doctors, there's many different types of doctors, many different specialists. And it's the same thing in every type of industry, in the wellness industry, which I'm in, and in the metaphysics industry, which I'm in. Oh, I might be going on Air Psychics radio. So I'll let you guys know if I am. I hope you join in. I'll find out soon, I hope. So when we're looking at air, you'd be very good when it comes to justice, when it comes to law. They truly do believe in truth. They do. And each one is a little different in the way that they believe in the truth. You know, Libras are about balance. They want the balance. So a Libra can, especially in an unhealthy frame of mind, can come in and see mom and sister fighting and try to make peace. They'll make a joke, you know, they'll do something to snap the two people out of it because they do not like that disharmony. They can't stand it. No air signs typically like to fight. They're not fighters necessarily, but when you get them pinned up against the wall, they will knock you on the ground. You know, I don't mean physically, I'm talking verbally. So it's, you know, they can really come at you, but it takes a lot typically to trigger them to do it. Very good in anything to do with law. So we're looking at legal documentations. If you work for a company and you're looking for, if you're looking for a career and you don't know how to, what am I good at? Because right now, 2020 made us stop and look at our skills. What are we good at? What is our true hidden talent, right? We all have a hidden talent. And that doesn't mean, and that could be your sole purpose, absolutely. But that doesn't mean you know, like you're the ultimate best. You're born that way. You have to work at it. You have to get your certifications. You have to make sure that everything is in order and you hone in and you make it yours and you come out in the world going, this is who I am. I'm a sculptor and this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to learn how to master your craft, whatever it may be. But to find that craft, a great way to do that is to become familiar with the elements that we're talking about. So if you were to write down and you're an air sign or you're dealing with an air sign who's out of work, you can put down on a list of paper, just start writing down. They're good on the phone. They're good with communicating. They're good with people at whatever it is. Start making this list. All right. And that's how you can hone in on, well, I've always been really drawn to that. Oh, I do draw well, but I've never drawn for people. And that, did you hear that? Did you hear that one word? That one word can unravel every good thing you've done for 6 months. Boom, the word but. Okay, I did da da da, but it's like a slap in the face, right? So that's one of those negative thinkings, and air signs can go into a massive negative thinking. And again, we all can, but it's more profound in that element, right? But when they hit that depression, it's very low, it's very sad, and you won't want to, when you're around these beautiful, because they know how to transmute the energy around them, they know how to pull it down so you can kind of feel up around an air sign, okay, especially a Libra. All right. People fear aquas because we tell the truth. Well, so does a Libra, but it's the presentation, the way we speak, right? Again, a Libra doesn't want to cause any friction. They don't want to hurt your feelings. And Gemini are equally as that. Gemini like to look at this side and then they look at this side and then they'll stay over here for a while and then they go over here for a while. It's actually very cool. Each zodiac sign is very interesting. And the more you're around them and the more you work with that particular, you know, you're involved with them, you will like that. You're a Libra, but when yeah, right? So she's saying she's a Libra and watch out when you're mad. I mean, I've dealt with both. I have a child in, I have a Libra, a Gemini, a Virgo, and a Capricorn. That's my children, those four zodiac signs. And the older two were born for their father's purpose on a soul level. They were born for their father's purpose. Yeah. Right. So this Misty Barrett Aquarius wants the truth and nothing but the truth. And you see, this is how you can look at like the age of Aquarius, right? It's representing the zodiac sign of Aquarius, who is very misunderstood and misjudged. They represent humanity. The reason they're misunderstood and misjudged, if you pay attention, they will give, 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 give. Hold on, honey. Let me just finish this. right? They give to the masses more than to the individuals around them. It's not that they don't love them, it's just like they just huge humanitarians, and that can cause a lot of, relationship issues on any kind of relationship issues, right? Aquarius will take the truth even if it hurts. Yeah, and we'll go through the whole grieving process, right? Absolutely. We all, most of us, we do want the truth. We just don't know how to process the truth. And that's where an air sign can come in. Because if they're in a high vibration, they will present, if they are in their divine element, they will present it in a way that doesn't make you want to lie down and just crawl into a little pill ball, a little ball, a bug on the ground. I mean, they will be able to see that's the communication skill that they have. Powerful. They make excellent counselors, very good leaders for the most part. Majority of them are very good leaders. If they are scattered, okay, this is the downside of an air sign because they do live up here a lot. They create, they innovate. You want an idea, you go to an air sign, all right, especially in aqua. Man, they just start and pop these ideas out like this. It's like, yeah, here, do this. And then the person can take it and make tons of money, right? For 2 weeks, I lived in Las Vegas for 24 years. I hated it there, but I stayed there for family. So for 2 weeks, I got a job in a casino as a runner for, a casino runner, keno runner, and people they ask you to pick their numbers, and I did pick one once for somebody, and I didn't want to, but this one guy was really persistent, so I picked the number. And he won like a lot of money. He won like 10 grand. And he laughed at me and he turned his back. Well, the bartender that was working there, and I was like 21, so I barely spoke. I was super, super shy. So the bartender turned around to the guy and got mad at him and said, "Hey, it's customary and you need to do that." And she picked her number. So he defended me, which was a wonderful thing to do, something we need to see more of in the world. Now, the man did turn around and give me a tip, and it was a $10 tip. So it was like a slap in the face, and it was horrible. So it's like we are the people that can be the leaders. We can actually pick those winning numbers for people. The reason air signs pulled back is because of situations like I just explained. And a lot of you, good, hi, sweetheart, how are you? Natalia is here. Natalia Lawrence is graciously accepted an offer. She will be writing on a new blog publication that I'm doing for you guys. And it was supposed to come out the other day, but technical me, I did it wrong. So I'm trying to get it fixed. But she is going to be one of the writers on there. I think you're going to love her perception of life. It will really inspire a lot of you. So, yeah, with an air sign, they have this ability to listen on an intent level and they can actually hear you. They can multitask. A lot of people, there's controversy there, the divide, people can't multitask. And yes, they can multitask. And a lot of you went through the spiritual awakening. You found yourself multitasking, driving to work on autopilot. You're thinking of that twin flame and oh, you hit the curb because you just pulled in the driveway of your work. You didn't even know you just drove 30 miles to your work. It's like we get lost and we literally, our physical body goes on autopilot. So it's like that. So it's pretty cool, right? Oh, I look forward to it too, hon. I do. Hello, Alicia, and welcome. I'm so glad to see you. So happy you guys are here. So we looked a little bit about the element of air, and it really is about communication, justice, the truth. All right. They like transparency, and that's their purpose in the evolutional journey of Earth and the soul's mission on Earth, right? For communication in whatever way that's supposed to be. I'm Oh, let me see. I don't know how to. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name. Boo la la. That's so cute. Boo la la. Boo la la. um, yeah, she's saying that her brain is she's overthinking, 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 overthinking. Now you guys are gonna love the divine journey that I just posted, the divine journey in the membership. And what I'm gonna do is walk you through all of this and we're gonna talk about this because these are really important questions. Now, that doesn't have to do with air, but I am going to answer it because I do feel a lot of people are going to want to know the answer to this. So, when we go through an awakening, when we go through major life crisis, major life changes, we begin to think of the situation over and over again. Just on a joyful level, we do the same thing, right? We fantasize it's like, oh, I can't wait. Or if we were remembering, oh, it was so fun. So we do the same thing on the opposite end. You see, the twin flame comes in and they mirror back to us what we don't want to see. They come in as a soulmate. It's the mirror. We get along. Everything's great until you look a little deeper into the mirror past that beautiful connection and then you say, oh, that's a dark side of me, that's a side of me I don't, I would never do that to anybody. I don't cheat, I don't do this, I don't do that. They trigger a side of us that we don't want to look at. We don't like to say no. We're the overgivers in life and they're the overtakers in life. So this is the out of balance soul opportunity. Not everybody are going through it in the way we may be. Each one is different, but the process is still the same. So slow down with the thinking. What she's saying, she goes into overdrive constantly, overthinking, overthinking, and it's overworking her and it's slowing down. Well, I hope your thinking is slowing down. Right now, Mercury is in retrograde. So this is, I wasn't even thinking of talking about it, but it's actually appropriate for what we're talking about because Mercury in retrograde is going to make you want to go back. It's going to draw you back. Something you started a month ago, most likely a year ago. It could be 10 years ago, it could be your internal soul's evolutional life. But whatever you started, if you're going backwards and seeing something over and over in the past, this is your moment to fix it. That's what Mercury in retrograde is about. Hello, Lawrence. I haven't seen you in a long time. I think I've seen you before. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. So with Mercury in retrograde right now, and we are talking about air, you are 100% going to be. So whether that's thinking to complete, to how do I fix this, like me, how do I fix this? Who can I hire? I can't find anybody. How do I do this? If it's a dream, and you're trying to manifest it into reality, whatever it is, you're being taken backwards. A Mercury in retrograde. Take another look at it again. Are you sure you don't need to make any changes along the way? Right? So, this is that one moment when the planets align at a certain angle to give us an opportunity. It's literally an opportunity. We don't have to. Nobody has to look back at the past. You can say, and you can walk around with a block heart and going, I really want love, but I don't want to love anybody. And it doesn't work that way. You got to give to get. Just like on this website, you got a thumbs up in order for me to continue to give, right? That's what keeps us connected is that thumbs up. So it's the same type of a process. It's always an ebb and flow in life. And that's where if you have air or you have a primary energy in air, find yourself in the air element, you can use it to your advantage. So the more you know about everything that's going on, in a spiritual aspect, in a scientific aspect, in the human aspect, is going to help you become in balanced and alignment, the mind, the body, and the soul. And that's what you want to focus on because that's key. When they're in alignment, you can manifest. That but that I was talking about, one little word can literally unravel. That's our world, though. One negative, everybody goes, oh, 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 she did that. Oh, I don't even want to talk to her, right? Gossip, you know what I'm saying? And it's like when they do that, but nobody finds out the facts. So we are trained to look at the negative, right? All right, you guys. So I hope that helps. I'm going to be pulling some cards here right now. Sorry for your loss, honey. I am. It is a rough journey. And through this journey, Kimberly is talking. And through this journey, Kimberly has lost, she's lost things in her life. She's lost people in her life, people very close to her that she loved. And we do go through this and we lose those. A lot of people through 2020, up until now, you're finding almost everybody around you is gone. Okay, there's a friends. Now there are, it's not every group. Okay, there are family units that have been able to stay together, but the majority of people, even in family units, have been separated. I have one client who's, well, I have a few, but just to share an example, their family disowned him because they didn't vote the way they voted. So the vote for the social world, the political world, to this family was more important than the child, which triggered that person back into a lot of pain, right? Right back into the past. So everything that's taken place over 2020 and 2021 is our teardown in our internal self, but it's also happening in the outside world because it's been going on for a while. It's not new. It just feels like it's just started. But we started eating gluten-free food a while back ago, right? We started eating different foods. We started noticing different things, but we were so busy trying to live life, but actually survive it. I mean, living life, going from work and picking up this kid, and then going to soccer practice and hitting McDonald's on the way home, going home and doing the homework, one's in the tub, and you did it all by yourself. So that's what a lot of our lives really were. It was like just go, go, go. And again, air. So if you have a friend who is an air element and you find that their ear seems to be available for you frequently, do not take advantage of that. Use that to help you and then make sure you let them know because it's very important to an air sign, all three of them, that you confirm that they did that. They don't want a whole lot in return, if anything, but they do want that. So let's go ahead and pull some cards. Thank you. Yes. Yes. This is what I was going to say, and I kind of sidestepped it. This is a platform where you can begin to open up your throat chakra, where you can communicate with other people. And no, I mean, I'm not asking you to use this as a dating site. Okay, there are plenty of those. And I'm not in, if I was in that industry, I would not be wearing flannel right now. No, I'm just kidding. I probably would be. No, I'm just kidding. But it is about being able to open and express, to feel safe, to start to speak again. And you can do that through writing. You see, we think it and then we write it, right? We talk it, right? All of these different areas. Nice, Kimberly. I'm very glad for you. She's saying her daughter's a Libra and they're very close. So let's go ahead and pull some cards, all right? Some of you, I make that sound because it comes from you. So when I connect and I can feel that's when I'm making the sound because I don't like what I'm feeling in my body. For those of you who don't know, I see it, hear it, feel it, know it. So when you go through pain, I see it, I hear it, I smell it, I'm there. And that's why a lot of empaths, a lot of people who do my line of work get tired really easy, right? There's a lot of anger. There's that frustration, underlying anger that's going on right now. Now, that could have everything to do with what I just talked about, Mercury in retrograde in connection with the air signs, right? Because the air is open. So I am being guided. They're showing me the two supermoons. The two supermoons together are connected to the air somehow, some way. If you know what that means, please put that in there. I don't know what that means. But as we look at this time period that we're going through, pay attention to everything that you're thinking, everything you're, how are you talking to you? We should be our own best friend. We should always put ourselves first. If my health goes down, my kids can't survive, right? Things like this. Like I left the. I was no, I'm not even going to share that with you. But the point is that we need to take care of us first. Otherwise, we're useless to anyone else, right? It is. So Lawrence is sharing with us that he feels really drained and that the energy is nuts, and it is. And it is. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's not going to go away forever. It is everything in our life is a cycle, right? So even when you look at astrology, it goes in a circle. Astrology is represented in a circular form for the most part, right? Everything goes in a cycle in life. So just as you feel tired and drained, you will come out of the circle. The amount of time you stay in the tired and drained, that's the difference from person to person. However long it takes you to get up, right? Because we've all done it before. We get up, we help other people knock us down, we get up again, right? We're people, we're human beings, and we are so freaking tough. I don't mean violent. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with what's going on in the outside world. It takes a lot for us to do what I shared, what we were doing before 2020. So a lot of people, when you got, the ability to work out of your home, it's awkward working out of your home, most definitely. But then we get acclimated to it. I wonder how many of you worked in your pajamas or your sweats, right? It's like we get acclimated to being able to kind of do it in the new environment. Yeah. So he's saying he can feel this energy really heavy, and that's probably because you're an ultra sensitive individual. You're sensitive. I'm like the princess and the pea, right? And I literally, you can't, I can't stand my sheets being messed up. But if I'm super tired, I could like just crawl under a pile of clean clothes and use that like my blanket. It's really weird. It's like if I'm super tired, I don't care. But if I'm not tired, and even then I'll wake up through the night, I can't stand anything touching me out of place. That doesn't feel right. The cheap sheets, you know how they ball up with those little balls? Oh my gosh, it hurts my skin. I feel like I slept on a mild sandpaper. It's really crazy. And ultra sensitive people do that. I don't mean just sensitive to soaps and allergy type things, although a lot of us are. That's why we like those herbs too. It's a second kind of a attribute for a lot, not all. So I'm going to pull some cards right now to see what's going on with this underlying energy. It could have a lot to do with fear, absolute. Oh, okay. Well, here it is, right here, the 9 of Wands, and that's what we're talking about. Mercury in retrograde, low energy. And they're saying right now, this is actually what it's meant to be. So I'm going to kind of do an overall reading for all zodiac signs right now, and I'll throw, whatever comes out, comes out. I prefer to do it that way rather than trying to structure it to fit into what you all are used to seeing, because when I'm in my element, it's really cool, right? And it just flows. But if I have to stop, it doesn't make sense. So some of you right now, you're going through a period where you're exhausted, you're super tired. And again, we are all doing that. You also have the sun card right next to it. And the sun card is a great card for clearing. It's for energy restoration, restoring yourself after all of the hard work you've done. Because for a lot of us, we work nonstop from the time of January, not even March of last year, of January all the way through today. So this is about energize and rejuvenating yourself, getting your energy level back up, because you are going to need it. We are all going to need it in the future. We're going to need to learn how to do it on our own, where we can rejuvenate our own energy, where you're going to, some of you maybe are going to learn, maybe you're going to learn from me, where you can massage your body from your mind and you will feel it internally. It's an awesome opportunity, and that's going to be more around 2023. That'll be a big thing around the year of 2023. So with this is a rebirth, okay? All of the work, if you're on a spiritual mission, this is saying that you've done such amazing work. You're getting ready to have this. And when I say rebirth, it's more the old crap is gone. We can say a few things on YouTube. They allow us to say naughty words now. Not a lot, but a little. The ones I have blocked out, you'll get a little thing like I think Lawrence did. But this is clearing, cleansing. This is aligning with the stars so that you can release everything. This is almost, these two cards are pretty much sharing you everything I just talked about right there. So let's see where this is going to go and how we can get you there, because when we're in that period of fatigue, it's like, oh my gosh. Now, one thing you want to take a look at is you want to take a look at your diet. And right now, a lot of people are feeling not really drawn to a whole lot of foods. There's nothing really that tastes good. You eat because you need to eat, but you're not really grabbing the food. When your energy vibration starts going up, you're going to like food again. If you're trying to get back a little bit of that flavor, try foods that have a little bit of a zest to it. Lemon is a great one that'll activate the tongue, but the lemon also clears the palate, right? So as you clear the palate, then that will take off like a coating of whatever you've been dealing with, like maybe you've been working 20 hours a day and only brushing your teeth once, right? So it's like just getting rid of the flavor, really is what it is. I'm also hearing some of you need to get your eyes checked. Make sure that you're doing your regular maintenance routine. Do not stop your maintenance routine unless you have to, but it is very, very important. Okay, so Misty's saying she just started eating nuts and dried fruit and you love it. Now I ate that for almost 2 years. That's like all I ate. Last year, that's it. Like I think I threw in I threw in candy. I did. I eat candy. And cookies. I'm the cookie monster. Oh my gosh, I love cookies and I love pie so much. Vitamin D is essential. Absolutely. Sun is essential. When we go through any kind of breakdown in the physical body and when we're sick, we lose vitamin D. If you're drinking wine, a lot of you beautiful ladies and gentlemen as well, you like to drink at night, a drink or two that depletes the vitamin D. Stress depletes the vitamin D. Your change of diet from last year, where we're not eating the same foods because we don't like what it doesn't taste the same. And some of you may be eating it. Absolutely. This isn't going to be 100% applicable for every one of us. But you want to start finding foods that have a zest. So lemon is a really good one. Ginger kind of blends in with the flavor of the mouth, but it will help the digestion. Always check with your holistic healers, your health providers. But with this, you can also use this is what I like. I can't drink. I can't. Going through the ascension, it makes me puke. I made myself this wonder. Ooh, you got this Aquarius card. I made myself a little hot, like an Irish coffee. And I was super excited because it was winter. It just felt, I thought I was going to throw up right there. I grabbed a trash can, laying on the couch. I can't even smell it. It makes me that sick. So as you go through the ascension, a lot of things change, including what we ingest. Okay. That's going to change as well. Good. Okay. Missy, I'm glad. I haven't seen you in a while either. Well, I haven't been live in a while. I'm really glad to be back, and I'll be doing this every week. Equal to this, I'm also moving over to Facebook. So if you are in my Global Awakening, we're going to start off with a monthly meeting, and that is this Saturday at 12 o'clock. If you want to get in the group, it is private. Just subscribe, request, and I'll be reviewing those just prior. But it is this Saturday, okay, where we're going to talk about different things. I've got the topic posted on my Facebook. You're very welcome in Montreal. All right, you guys, you got the Aquarius card, and this is about a tremendous amount of healing. When we look at the sign of Aquarius, they are the humanitarian life, and this does have to do with air, so it completely fits with what we're talking about. You bring the air in, you bring the ideas down. Those ideas help us expand our soul's evolution. Those ideas help us bring in ideas here in the human world where we can actually make a living off of them, where we can tweak and we can change and we can even have a little something that we do on the side, right? Not even necessarily making any money on it. I mean, if I do, I make very little money on commercials, but even so, I do these for free, right? I do all of this for you for free based on ebb and flow. Anybody who is receiving something from me is going to give back. So, with the star card, this is saying you've learned how to do that. You've learned how to master the negative thinking. You're learned how to connect air into the ground. You see, she's standing on the ground. She's standing in the water, but look at the star above her head, the sky around her. So you've got the water, the earth, you've got all elements right here in this particular card. And that's because in order to get the wish, you must have all elements in alignment, all of them, the air, the earth, the fire, and the water. Okay. So, you're welcome. Yeah. You know, Penelope, you might have be allergic to something. So, if you didn't have a test, have one done. Um, about 200. So sometimes they do a panel that's like 200 different tests at a time, and and that could be the full test. I don't know why I'm seeing 200. I have a feeling you know what I'm talking about. So let's take a look a little bit further on this because once we go through that period of time, we're granted a wish. You know, the universe comes in, whether it's law of attraction, whether we do it from our own power, ourself, something comes in for us. It's a blessing. It's what you've been working on. Whatever was stuck in your head, whatever you were thinking, is going to manifest in reality with this card. That's what's going on. You need this to have that magician, right? They got to kind of work in alignment with each other. Now, oh, I'm so glad. I was thinking of you the other day too. With this comes a card of sorry if you can't see it. We got temperance here is what this is. Temperance. So with temperance is all about being patient. You had to be patient. You had to work your butt off. You worked so hard. And work doesn't mean physical work, right? And that's that old feel, you know, like with construction workers. If you're married to one, the husband works in the field, the wife works in the office, and they both tell each other they're more tired than the other. And in all reality, they're both equally tired. Neither's wrong, neither's right. They're just equally tired. This is a big journey. This is a lot of work right now. Going through the life changes, going through the spiritual changes, going through the internal changes where we're recognizing some of the people we're around as human beings that were really, ugh, you know, and they really didn't have our back. And it was like, how can I be so stupid? Right? You already a lot of you should have already gone through that. And for some of you, you're just moving into the journey. So guess what you get to look forward to? There's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of accountability. All right. Where we begin to, I had somebody this was a while back, this is like a few years ago, but I did like a 15-minute reading. And I don't tell you what to do. You have to follow your intuition, but I don't say it after every sentence. But I will let you know you always have to follow. It's on everything I post, right? And this person was like 55 years old, had a 15-minute reading for me, and sent some message like screaming at me, telling me how I ruined their life. I was like, what? Okay, accountability. Okay, I don't know this woman from Adam. I guarantee nothing I said did that. We are kind of programmed to blame other people, and that in itself will wear us out. Dealing with these arrows, these wands that come at us, people who take action, like lunging at us, we can also kind of want to rejuvenate our energy from that as well. Sorry, that was my phone. I don't know if you heard it. You know, it's gonna be a little while. For some of you, they're saying be very patient, although you're getting ready to come out of it. It does take a lot of work. It takes a lot of rejuvenation. You guys, some of you are literally like you are cleansing and healing your internal body. And what I mean by that, that could be your indigestion system, absolutely, your kidneys, your, whatever it is, anything. A lot of people are working with holistic healers right now. We're cleansing, we're clearing out old karma financially, physically, on every level of life. Because when we roll into 2022, we want that to be gone. The judgment card, and that is a big deal. Some of you have gone through the journey. That's what I'm talking about. You have a choice right now. You have a choice to make a final decision to release the things that are making you sad. Have you ever noticed that when you're in a bad mood, your stomach might hurt? Or maybe you drink coffee and when you're grumpy or not feeling well, something like that, maybe you get a lot of gas, right? So then the negative aspects in our mind can affect our physical body. You guys are making a choice to heal, to cleanse, to rejuvenate. You're actually making a decision to I am not religious, but I am hearing follow the commandments. Now, that could be the universal commandments, that could be a religious commandment, a traditional commandment. That could be your own commandment where you made little laws. These are my rules. My universal laws are boom, boom, boom. So it's like they're saying, follow whatever that is for you. That's going to help you make the choice. This is a final opportunity coming around, and it truly is. We're ending a cycle, but not just a regular cycle. This is a big cycle right now. Huge. Good. She said, understood. Okay, yes, the highest good and the highest good for all. But you know, when I should do a video on that because a lot of people, you guys, you give your energy away going, I love them, they're so mean to me. I'm gonna pray for them to get better. You put more energy and emphasis on trying to help that person succeed. What about you? Right? So make sure you're always putting yourself first, okay? Before you start praying for the rest of the world. Pray for you first, then pray for the world. Okay? Always, always, always. You first, not out of ego. Now, with this, I'm also hearing that it's time for you guys to make these choices overdue. The month of June it's literally, and it's the 23rd is what I keep seeing. The 23rd is a point where that's the cut point. Okay, that's a cut point. No, don't freak out. It's just a cycle. It's just a cycle. So what that means is you may find yourself sitting there stuck for a little bit longer, like this card is saying, focused on something that hasn't happened yet. The card of patience is here saying, you know, be patient. You've been through a lot. You've been very focused, and they're saying job well done. I have three right now. Three angels are around me, and I keep hearing them. They're all talking at the same, but what they're saying is they're here to help. A lot of you are doubting when you call in for help from the invisible love and light. You may be doubting, are they even here? How come I can't hear him? How come Lorianne can hear him? Not everybody can hear him like I can. This is my job, right? This is what I'm supposed to do. Help you in every aspect to overcome and go out there and do whatever you're supposed to do. That's what my job is. You know, it's different for all of us. Well, I'm glad you're here, Sarah. Welcome. They do hear you. You don't even have to talk. They hear you in your head. You communicate through telepathic communication. So when you guys see me stop, You see how I rock a lot, right? That's the energy going through me. I'm seeing and hearing, and all of this stuff goes through me at the same time. But on the outside, I have to compose myself because I'm on camera. And that's not an easy thing to do. But when I'm focused, you'll see I stop and I look, I listen, whatever it is, I stop moving so that I can really hone in on that. And that's where you might not be able to do that yet. It takes practice. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I look forward to your reading too, Crystal. So with this, we have the detail. The detail is saying Seven of Cups, this cloudiness, confusion. A lot of us are going through confusion. We have been probably half of our life. Sometimes we're on track. We got everything going. And then the next time it's like, what the heck? And that is part of the life cycle. With every up, there's a down. It always does this. We did not learn how to handle this part. Okay. So if we don't know how to ride the wave up, we're going to go back down. And this is the wave. June is the wave. So you want to push that wheel. And that's why you hear me say that. It's a lot of work. Absolutely. So with this Nine of Wands, there could have been some deception. Absolutely. All of us have deception around us. Each and every one of us know people that lie. We even lie, right? We pretend to say we don't lie, but we do, telling our friend we can't go to dinner when we just wanted to stay home and have a glass of wine. But in reality, that was our friend. We should have told them the truth. Look, I love you. I'm not trying to hurt you, but, and if they don't get it, then there's something there, right? So we learn to lie to keep the friendship alive, even though it may not have been a real friendship. We learn to participate with our partner. Maybe when you meet your partner, you both like that one sport, right? But after 10 years, you're just not into it. But what you did is you learned how to cook. So you have these big events for that particular thing because your partner's still really into it, but you throw your energy into love. Now you can create your energy and love into cooking. So you cook for a big party, a big gathering, you have the big fiesta, whatever it is. Maybe you love to do that. So that helps you overcome so that you can stay in the relationship. But that's only gonna last for so long, right? Oh, well, that's quite cute. Kimberly's saying she has a glass jar filled with feathers that she has found over the last 2 years. That's really cute. I like that. That's a good idea. I collect rocks. I have rocks. I have rocks here. I have rocks that I pick up out. I always have. I don't eat them anymore, but when I was a kid, I used to eat them. They're full of minerals. So yeah. But you guys are, really when we're looking at everything that's going on, love is coming in. But what I'm feeling on the romantic side, a lot of people they're questioning their partner, but yet they're wanting to wake up now. They're wanting to, I don't think they will, but I want to. So this is where you're going to be tested. Each and every person is going to be tested in one way or another. You may have Romeo or Romiette come into your life and tempt you into doing something you don't want to do. So make sure you're following your gut and everything that's going on. I'm not saying that's something any of you would normally do. I said this is a test, a universal test, right? Universal test is going to come in and test you in any area to knock you down. That doesn't mean it's from the beings of light and love. Somebody posted a message talking about, they're very angry up. Okay. They're taking their anger up into the unseen realm, is what they're doing. They are not taking their anger out on the person that hurt them. Okay. They're letting them off the hook and taking it out on all of you, that kind of thing. Not you per se. Probably poor wording. Sorry about that. But it's like when people speak and they say all, they're including you in it. So if you, and somebody did that the other day too, and I'll start pinning these, and I'm not pinning them to pick on anybody. I will pin these type of comments because this is a controversial topic. This is something that can create the community that I'm talking about. That's what this channel is about. Always using respect. Oh, and your other readings are coming. They are, wow. Okay, some of you are having a really hard time because that flew like way across the room. You deserve love. Now, this is a big deal, and this might be what you've been battling. All right, this may be very well, maybe the choice for you to decide right now in this time frame if you hold value in your own life, and if so, what it is. Reestablishing your boundaries, what you will and what you won't accept, and most of all, who you are. So this is like making a decision. I'm going to put myself first. It is not easy to tell your child of any age the word no. All right. When we love our kids, we don't want to do it. We don't even want to do that to our parents unless, we don't like our parents or our children. And obviously we will. But I'm talking about those of us that really have love. Even if it's love at a distance, we still really want to help them. And we feel so compelled to help them. So this is going to be yet another test. You will have people coming back from the past. And I told you that that's what this is. All of this is judgment. So in the very beginning, I think I said that that's what's going to take place between now and September of 2021. People are coming back together. They're clearing out karma. And we're going to have our new soul families. We're going to have our brand new families in life. People who have come from dysfunctional, toxic families will not be going back to those toxic families. Some will, and they'll be able to fix it. But if they don't change who they are and they still find pleasure in hurting us, we're not going back, right? You do deserve love. Perfect. So Kimberly's saying that she's not looking for love because she's focusing on looking at herself. Many of us in life have to teach ourselves what self-love truly is. It isn't going out and buying a bunch of good, Swiss chocolate and buying this, $2,000 outfit. All right. It can be part of it. Buying a new wardrobe, making yourself feel good, feeding the feelings, but also a reward. I've eaten really, really good. Maybe you give yourself some candy in a balanced proportion, of course. So there's a negative and a positive side to every single aspect and every single human being. This journey is about you. It's about the side of you you do not want to look at. So you have a judgment coming in, literally. In order for you to love yourself first, you have to see the dark side of you. You have to see the side of you you don't like. You got to see the liar in you. You got to see the cheater in you. And I don't mean cheat like sex or lie outright. The little fibs that we tell ourselves, okay, yeah, I'm going to do it one more time and that's it. And then you break your own rule. All right. So this is what I'm talking about. Don't go into all the icky bad stuff, but I assure you that is on the list as well. Okay. So it goes from the little all the way to major situations. Yeah. Penelope's saying she's really missing somebody who showed her what true love really is. And true love is a beautiful thing when we find it. It is not an easy thing to find, but yet we have this definition of what true love is. So if you take the definition away and you walk out there, I guarantee you're going to find true love a whole lot faster than if you're trying to check them off on a cross list, right? This is what true love comes from here. It comes from inside of you. Yeah. You have to forgive yourself. All right, you guys. So I'm going to pull an angel message right now, and we're going to do this now. Check out, I'm telling you, the twin flame journey is going to be the divine journey. This is about the divine, the high vibrational, the positive and negative, okay? The negative side of the divine masculine, you want to know about that. Equally, the divine feminine. But you want to see both sides of the spectrum and where it comes in the middle. And that's what that 8-week series is about. It's right here on YouTube in my membership. And it's going to be great. And you get to ask your questions. It'll be private, very personal. questions can be asked. I'm doing it to save you money. So, Bethany, there we go. Bethany's saying you got to take excellent care of your body. So this is not by chance. Nothing happens by chance in my readings. Everything comes through for a reason. I'm seeing a lot of raspberries. I'm seeing berries. So some of you may need to include some antioxidants in your body that could help you feel very better, much better. But this is about you doing the research, you contacting, do all the work. On my website, I have a couple things, like I posted one about a tip, and it was a sugar substitute, but it was a little something that I use to help get through trying to break the sugar craving that so many, and if you're an empath, you probably crave sugar all the time, right? All right, my lovelies, it has been absolutely wonderful. I thank you so much for joining me. Each Wednesday, we will be here. Every Saturday, I do the special one in the morning for the members of the Soul Live. And that is the one where we're going to walk this journey in an 8-week series. I think you guys are going to love it. You can click down below, just sign up in the membership, and it's going to be great. All right. I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for watching. Much love.